and welcome back everybody to My English Classes Online Intermediate level. Today we're going to be looking at common expressions with other. So that means another, each other, the other, every other, and examples like this. We've got some great stuff for you, so let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with each other and one another. These two words have the same meaning, and it means that both people are doing the action. For example, my uncle and I send a letter to each other every month. This means both my uncle and me, we both send letters to each other. Let's look at another example. We send a letter to one another every month. So this has the same meaning as our first sentence, meaning I send a letter and my uncle sends a letter to each other. We are both doing the action of sending a letter. The next common expression with other is every other. We use every other to show something that is alternating or that is skipping one. Let's have a look at our example. The teacher told us to write every other line. So instead of writing every single line on the page, I will write the first line, not write the second line, and write the third line again. So one, skip one, skip one, alternately. Let's look at another example. We go shopping every other day. So I go shopping today, I won't go shopping tomorrow, and I will go shopping the day after tomorrow. So again, showing alternately, every other day. Expressions like the other day, the other week, or the other month are also very common uses of the word other. And these words show us about something that's happened in the past, but not very long ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, or last week, or last month, recent in the past. Let's have a look at some examples to better understand this. So here we have the question, have you talked to your teacher about the exam? Yes, I talked to him the other day. So here, the other day isn't specific. It could be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We don't know. But what they're showing us is that it's a day, couple of days in the past, but recent. So we use the other day to show us a day that's in the past, but a recent kind of day, not too far back. Okay, so now let's look at one after the other and one after another. Both of these phrases have the same meaning, and they both mean something that happens consecutively or in a row, repeatedly. Let's look at an example. The students went out of the classroom one after another or one after the other as soon as the class finished. So here what we're seeing is the students left one after the other, as in repeatedly, no breaks in between, one student and then another student and then another student followed each other. So there was no breaks in between. It was something that happened repeatedly. We also have other than, which has the same meaning as except for. These two phrases are showing that we are excluding something or separating something or someone from the rest of a group. So we're showing kind of a definition or a distinction between those two groups. Let's have a look at an example. No one can enter this building other than my relatives. In other words, nobody can enter. I only want my relatives to enter. So that is the distinction or definition I have made. Only my relatives are allowed to enter. Let's have a look at the second example. None of the students in this classroom speaks German except for Charlie. So again, only Charlie speaks German. Nobody else speaks German. There is a distinction between Charlie and the rest of the class. Each other and one another have the same meaning. They mean that both people are doing the action or are both participating in the action. For example, we talk to each other every day. I am speaking, you are speaking, we talk to each other every day. Every other is used to show alternation within a sentence. So, I wash my clothes every other day means on Monday I wash my clothes, but on Tuesday I don't wash my clothes. And then on Wednesday I wash my clothes again. So it's showing us that there is alternating within our action. The other day, week, month, etc. refers to time periods in the recent past. For example, I bought a nice car the other day. The other day could mean yesterday, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, but we always know the other day is in the recent past. One after the other or one after another shows us things happening repeatedly or consecutively in a row. For example, the children went into the sea one after the other, or the children went into the sea one after another. So, every child went in a row, repeatedly. Other than and except for have the same meaning. They show differentiation or distinction between two groups. They show that something is separate or different from another group. For example, everyone knows my brother other than Carol. So this means that Carol is the only one who doesn't know my brother. Everyone else does know my brother. In other words, means that we say something in a different way to make it more clearer, simpler, or understandable. For example, he is an English teacher. In other words, he can teach you English. So what we're doing here is he is an English teacher. That sentence means that if he is an English teacher, he can teach English. And to make it more simplified, we say, in other words, he can teach you English. And that is everything on common expressions using the word other. Now it's time for you to get started on the activities, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.